You walk across the stage, take your BCA degree, and assume the hard work is done. It's easy to treat that piece of paper like a guaranteed entry ticket into the corporate tech world. But entering the current job market as a generic generalist puts you in a direct, unwinnable race against artificial intelligence. Modern language models already produce boilerplate syntax and functional web components in seconds. If your primary skill is writing repetitive, standard code, you are competing against a server that never sleeps. Career security now requires the ability to architect end-to-end systems. You need to manage the overall logic and security of a project while letting AI handle the routine syntax. Relying on the standard university curriculum alone leads to immediate obsolescence. Survival in this market requires aggressive, specialized upskilling that happens entirely outside the classroom. You know specialization is the only way forward. But the moment you look at the industry, you hit a wall. 10 different, highly technical career paths, all demanding your attention at once. This flowchart represents your choice. The generic route leads to a dead end. The specialist route branches into 10 high-growth destinations. Reaching them carries a high cost, 6 to 12 months of intense discipline to build a public portfolio proving you can do the work. Choosing a path based strictly on the highest starting salary is a mistake. If your brain isn't wired for that specific type of daily problem solving, you won't maintain the effort required to finish the roadmap. To beat the automation curve, you have to match your career choice to your natural cognitive personality. That alignment is what prevents burnout during the months of deep learning ahead. We can map these choices using the Cognitive Personality Matrix. This chart scales your working style, from strict structural logic on the left to user-centric creativity on the right. On the vertical axis, we move from pure data and math at the bottom to broad business strategy at the top. The left side of the matrix belongs to the logical builders. This group includes software developers, full-stack developers, and DevOps engineers. Success in this quadrant requires mastering data structures, algorithms, system design, and deployment pipelines. Major firms like TCS and Amazon prioritize candidates with this profile, with senior salaries often scaling into the 40 to 50 lakh bracket. However, entry-level competition is intense. You should expect to spend hundreds of hours in grueling technical interview preparation just to land your first role. Logical builders trade initial comfort for heavy, continuous back-end learning to reach these high financial outcomes. If pure back-end logic feels restrictive, you likely belong on the opposite end of the spectrum with the creatives, the UI/UX designers, and mobile app developers. These roles sit on the far right of our horizontal axis. They focus on human interaction and visual flow rather than server-side architecture. You'll need to master tools like Figma, study user psychology, and use mobile frameworks like Swift or Flutter to publish live applications. These roles offer highly visible portfolios, but they often start at a lower salary bracket, typically between 3 and 7 lakhs per annum. As a creative, your growth depends on your ability to defend design decisions and use visual intuition to solve user problems. For those who prefer deep, math-driven investigation, we look at the analysts and defenders. This includes data analysts, AI engineers, and cybersecurity specialists. On our matrix, these roles occupy the bottom half. This is the most data-heavy and analytically intense section of the tech industry. The academic requirements are high. You are diving into complex statistics, Python-based data science, and specialized ethical hacking tools. These specialists literally govern how AI functions and protect global data infrastructure, which leads to exceptional long-term career security. The trade-off is a very steep mathematical learning curve. Entry-level roles in these niches are often hard to find without advanced certifications or specific internships. Analysts and defenders trade immediate job ease for long-term stability in the most protected sectors of technology. Finally, we have the category for those who think systematically about entire organizations, cloud engineers and tech entrepreneurs. These roles sit at the top edge of the matrix. They require a focus on macro strategy and infrastructure rather than day-to-day functional coding. You'll need to master cloud platforms like AWS, develop product-led thinking, and conduct deep market research. This path requires blending technical skills with business leadership. You are managing organizational risks, where the possibility of failure is a constant factor. Visionaries succeed by focusing on how to scale systems and businesses rather than writing individual lines of code. In every quadrant, the most successful developers treat AI as a high-speed production tool. Use it to handle all the repetitive heavy lifting, so you can focus on complex problem solving. Adopt these tools immediately to accelerate your learning and increase your output volume. However, using AI effectively requires deep foundational knowledge. You must be capable of auditing every line it produces to catch the complex errors it inevitably makes. Use the scorecard to map your next steps. It matches your personality type to the specific skill set and portfolio goals you need to achieve. Logical types should prepare for long hours of systems debugging, while creative types need to sharpen the communication skills required to pitch and explain their work. The execution roadmap is the same for everyone. Learn the tools, build a public portfolio, and secure an internship. A degree gets you past the initial screen. Your public proof, whether it's on GitHub, Vercel, or Figma, is what actually gets you hired. Your real competition is a lack of action. Choose your path, build your proof, and take control of your career.